Hello, and welcome to the 2017-2018 Athletic Handbook Code of Conduct presentation. My name is J.C. Hoagland, District Athletic Director here at Eminence R1. And this evening I'd like to visit with you about our Code of Conduct and how we as parents, administrators, athletes, and coaches can work together. We can be stronger as one unit, everyone pulling in the same direction. Parents, I'm really excited about this year and your valuable input. Please use the notepads provided to jot down any questions you may have, and I will be glad to answer them at the end of the presentation. First, let's begin with the purpose of this presentation. We want to define our commitment to our programs. We want to establish clear expectations for student athletes, parents, and coaches. Clarify and define the rules of the athletic department. And let us be very clear, and this will save some confusion later. Coaches are going to have their own rules for each individual sport. This presentation is about the program as a whole. A coach has a right to go above and beyond these expectations and/or rules as long as they're reasonable. And I assure you all of our coaches' rules have been approved by administration. Next, we want to clearly define the consequences of the rules violations, demonstrate how we can work together, and finally, show you how we can be stronger and more unified as a result of this code. First, our commitment to you. We will provide your child with adequate equipment, uniforms, and facilities. We've made several upgrades, and we hope you enjoy those. I know the student athletes are excited to see those upgrades. We'll provide your child with educated, experienced, and qualified coaches. We have been and continue to be very successful, and our coaching staff has a wealth of knowledge and experience. We hire transformational individuals who are first and foremost here to ensure your child has a safe, adequate place to play and learn. We are highly competitive in almost every sport. Therefore, I am committed to finding the best possible opponents for our non-conference schedule. I'm always looking for ways to challenge our students to find new venues, showcases, and shootouts. For our teams that are rebuilding or down right now, we still challenge our students, but we will also look for positive experience and confidence-building games that are appropriate. We will always search for and hire the best officials who have proper certification. And we will provide support to our students, parents, and coaches through communication, appreciation, and education. Our goal is to make this something we can be proud of. Expectations for student athletes are simple and straightforward. Academically, our district follows a state association guideline that mandates to participate in athletic competitions, students must have earned the preceding semester of attendance a minimum of 3.0 units of credit, or have earned credit in 80% of the maximum allowable classes in which a student can be enrolled in the semester, whichever is greater. Once again, coaches can impose stiffer penalties on student athletes with approval from the athletic director and principal. We have had coaches who will set players with failing grades. Until progress has been made to bring that grade up, they can. Students here should always show good sportsmanship and conduct themselves in a professional manner. They should obey coaches' rules, show courtesy to officials, opponents, fans, and give maximum effort. Our students should refrain from the use of profanity, drugs, and alcohol, and always exhibit the behavior of a leader. Students must be credible school citizens whose conduct, either in school or out of school, will not reflect discredit to themselves or the school. Student athletes should never miss practice unless ill, injured, or the miss is academic. Other acceptable misses are pre-approved by the coach and athletic director. Parents, first, foremost, be a great fan and be supportive of your kids. It is easy to get caught up in how well the team is playing and how your own child's playing time is affecting them. Remember, our programs are educational in nature, and our focus is on the benefits of participation, such as improved self-esteem and enhanced physical fitness. Sure, we want to win, but we want to teach first. Please notify our coaches as far in advance as you can if you're going to be out of town or if other issues arise. Discuss appropriate concerns. Those are treatment of your child's behavior, and ways you can assist improving your child's performance. Never discuss playing time, play calling, or other student athletes. Our coaches are not allowed to discuss information about other students. Please do not approach our coaches during or after competition and/or practice. If you have an issue that can't wait 24 hours, you need to contact the athletic director to set up a meeting. Coaches at Eminence R1 are dedicated to the success of your child, and success can vary from one program or one child to the next. But the bottom line is that we provide your child with quality instruction to help him or her achieve their goals. Our coaches will continue to look out for the personal welfare of your child. Safety and well-being are a top priority of our coaches, as they're trained in concussion awareness, first aid, CPR, and go through the bullying prevention training. We expect our coaches to maintain a professional coach-player relationship with our student athletes. Coaches have a separate code of ethics that they must abide by to be a coach in our district. Our coaches must also stay current on all of their certifications. Most of our staff are certified teachers, but for those who are not, we ensure that they have completed the necessary steps to be approved coaches through the state association. Coaches must stay current on CPR, first aid, and concussion training. Most of our coaches also drive the bus to and from their own games, so staying current on those certifications are important as well. We just want you to know that your children are in good hands. As a joint effort with the Missouri State High School Activities Association, we have started the Why We Play initiative at Eminence R1. This is a program that not only changes the way we look at interscholastic sports, but changes how we approach building and maintaining our athletic program. Coaches are expected to be positive role models with the use of this program. We take it a step further by looking to our coaches to be transformational individuals who not only teach their games, but change lives. My evaluation system has certain requirements that our coaches must meet in the area of youth improvement. Last, our coaches must demonstrate that their program is a vital extension of the classroom. Skills learned on the field or floor should translate back into improvement in the classroom and society. We look to our coaches to do a great deal. And Billy Graham said, "A coach will impact more people in 1 year than the average person will in an entire lifetime." Very important jobs our coaches have, considering how much time they spend with your children. That is why we always strive to make sports an educational experience. Now we're going to talk about the negative impacts or consequences of not following the code of conduct. Students who do not attain the minimum of 3.0 credits or the 80% rule will not be eligible to participate during the following semester. Example, if a student did not pass 3.0 credits in the spring semester or gain 80% earning, they will not be eligible to participate in the fall. We are very fortunate and had not had to deal with this issue much at our school. Coaches have different rules. They can only set or suspend student athletes, cannot make them ineligible. Failure to display citizenship or proper behavior, these are considered mild infractions, discipline issues. The principal will handle these infractions and will assign the student detention, in-school suspension, depending on the severity. If a student is suspended from school, they will miss one athletic contest for every day they are suspended. That includes in-school suspension. Detentions and tardy issues will handle by the coach in the respective season. Major situations such as drug and alcohol use are handled on 2 levels. If a student is found in possession by law enforcement, state association guidelines of citizenship come into effect. Students are automatically ineligible until reparations are made with the court system. Example, student athlete number 5 has 20 hours of community service and driving school. He or she must complete all of those stipulations before competing again. This does not include practice. Students can continue to practice, can attend games, just not in uniform. Once the court system is satisfied, the internal rules of the school must be satisfied as well. Often those can coincide. The school will require that the student athlete found in possession of drugs or alcohol be suspended for competition for 21 school days. If the student enrolls in a treatment program, that suspension is reduced to 15 days. Community service and suspension from competition do not have to be consecutive. Our drug and alcohol policy is not intended to be punitive in nature. We want to educate our students about the dangers of drugs and alcohol. but we're not much on squandering second chances. So, second offense, student athletes found in possession of, testing positive for, or proved to have been involved with drugs and alcohol will be suspended from competition for 365 days. They will not be allowed to practice or participate in any Eminence R1 athletic events. The third offense would be completely eligibility loss from athletics at Eminence R1. I'm going to repeat that. The third offense would be complete eligibility loss. That's 4 years. Hazing and bullying are simply not tolerated. Students who bully or haze other students have no business on our teams. Some of the most reprehensible behavior is bullying, and our code says if you bully, you don't play. The first offense is suspension from the team for 21 school days. This includes suspension from practice, and anti-bullying behavior must be completed. Upon completion of the 21 days, state-mandated 14-day conditioning must be met. And since practice was included in the suspension, another 14 days will go by until the student-athlete can participate in games again. The second offense is loss of eligibility at Eminence R1. We expect our student-athletes to be well-groomed and dress neatly. We don't expect your children to wear dresses and three-piece suits on game day, but just look neat. Each coach can have their own individual dress code. Warm-ups on away game days, or maybe even khaki pants and a team polo on home game days. Students who continually ignore the dress code will first receive a visit from me or the high school principal. It might be more to the story than meets the eye, so we'd hate to punish a student who may be having some family issues. Once those things are determined, since this is a minor infraction, usually a warning takes care of the situation. The second offense, team rules from the individual coach take effect. Coaches will define those rules in the parent meeting that they will have with you at the beginning of their season. Consequences of code violations by parents. So again, parents, as we talked about earlier, please be a good fan and be supportive of your child. If parents and other fans display inappropriate behavior during an athletic contest, they will first be asked to stop. If the behavior persists, then they will be escorted out by the administrator on duty. A second offense will result in a temporary ban for 15 days from home athletic contests. Parents entering the field of play or on the playing floor during competition will receive a 30-day ban from attendance at any Eminence R1 athletic event. This will be strictly enforced by the administrator on duty. A meeting with the principal and athletic director must occur before being able to attend events. And parents, I know we all get frustrated from time to time. In small communities like this, it's really easy to go call a board member, call the superintendent when things aren't going our way. But we have a chain of command in place for a reason, so things don't get out of hand. If you have an issue with one of our coaches, never confront them. The first phone call should be to me. Always let cooler heads prevail. We'll get to the bottom of the issue, but you must follow the correct steps. Parents who continue to not follow the chain of command will have to attend a meeting set up by myself, and this will be considered a warning. Continuation will result in a ban from attendance at home contests for 30 days. The same holds true for parents trying to continually discuss inappropriate items with our coaches. If a coach notifies me about a situation such as this, I will be calling the parent in for a meeting. If the situation persists, a 30-day ban from home contests will be enforced. I'm really proud of our coaching staff, and from year to year they improve and find new exciting ways to motivate and challenge our students. But in that rare situation where we have an issue, where our coaches are not meeting their expectation, we will always conduct a thorough and proper investigation for those serious issues. As I mentioned earlier, our coaches have a code of ethics that they must follow that goes above and beyond what we're discussing here. That code of ethics outlines behaviors such as in-game behavior, foul language, and appearance. Material discussed here involves the care of your students, like failure to instruct. First offense is a meeting. Second offense will be noted on the evaluation for rehire. Neglect will require an investigation, as will an improper relationship. Both of those would result in termination if found to be true. Failure to maintain certification often is just an oversight. After a reminder, it's usually taken care of, but continued failure will lead to suspension. And damaging professional behavior would fall under the category of an investigation. For more information about our coaching code of ethics, I will be glad to answer those questions at the conclusion of the presentation. This code is also available on our website. Before we close, I'd like to quickly discuss a few basic participation guidelines. All of our student athletes must have a current physical on file with the district. For those of you who need physicals, the Shannon County Clinic offers free physicals to our students. Just pick up a form from my office and take one down to the clinic. We'll also need proof of insurance before your son or daughter can practice. Those forms are available for pickup as well. Just a quick reminder that anyone 19 years of age before September 1 will not be eligible under Missouri rules. And if your student is new to our district, we must have the transfer information as soon as possible. If your student was ineligible at the previous school, chances are they will be here as well. We just want to make sure there are no surprises for you. I'd like to thank you all for attending, and I hope this is valuable information. As we get ready to depart, I would like to bring your attention back to our commitment to your children. We're very interested in the growth and development of our student athletes, and with your help and support, we can be a strong unit, looking out for the best interests of not only our students, but our community. Athletic programs are often the image of a school and community, and what better image to give other communities than a well-coached, well-equipped, respectful group of kids whose parents are supportive and demonstrate excellent behavior. You know, our kids learn from us. They learn great things from our coaches and valuable lessons in our programs. So I'm going to close with a quote from Tom Landry, legendary Dallas Cowboys coach. A coach is someone who tells you what you don't want to hear, who has you see what you don't want to see, so you can be who you always knew you could be. Thank you, and I'll be open for questions as needed.